everybody. Happy Tuesday, August 26th. This is the Beautiful Boys. We're back. We're always back. We're never going anywhere other than...
Until we run out of money.
Yeah, or one of us themselves. You can't say that at the beginning of a thing. Okay. Anyways, boop, right? Boop. Today we have our first return guest.
Yeah, the best, the biggest, in size and scope, Brendan Sagalow, Sag Daddy to Pod.
Sag Daddy to Pod. It's so fun to have Sag Daddy.
I mean, an hour 10 flew by. And
Yeah.
the only reason I know exactly how long it was is because I just asked.
Yeah. Enjoy Jesus Christ. Enjoy Brendan's episode. Beep. Enjoy the episode. Have a gander. Subscribe. Beep. Anyways, if you guys are out and about, I will be at the, what was that fucking place called? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. All tickets for me at MikeCannonComedy.com, or I am also on punchup. But guys, I mean, I am back in the business in a major way. Again, I am in I lost the sheet. I'm
Milford,
in Milford,
Connecticut.
Arts Council at the prestigious in Milford, Connecticut, September 19th through the 20th. I'm coming home, where my father was born and bred, Levittown, Long Island, Governor's Comedy Club. Can't wait to be called gay by my uncles. September 26th through the 27th, I'm in Portland, Maine at Empire Comedy Club, one of my favorite places. Can't wait to be back there. And then in October, I'm in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. I mean, the tour ticks on. And then Chicago, Zanies towards the end of the month. MikeCannonComedy.com for all those. Andrew?
Hey, everybody. August 28th, I will be in Moncton, New Brunswick at the Tire Shack Brewing Company. Sounds good. Haven't read that detail yet.
We should quit.
The 29th and 30th, I will be at Halifax Live Comedy Club. I don't think there's a door deal. September 25th, Indianapolis, Indiana at the White Rabbit Cabaret. That one's supposed to be pretty fun, actually. September 26th, also a great venue in Cincinnati, Ohio, Commonwealth Sanctuary. And then at the end of October, I'm going to be up at the Comedy Bar for one night, Bloor, not Danforth. And then the next two nights, the 24th and 25th of October, I will be at Levity Comedy Club in Hamilton, Ontario. No relationship to Levity, the management company.
Certainly none. See you out there. That's me, is like I'm either all or nothing. Like, there's no
I was actually
middle
thinking
ground.
about that last night because
That's
I've
called
been
drug
just saving it
addiction.
for I've been saving it for just like when I'm done with everything.
Mhm.
Like after my shows and stuff, I'll go home and I'll have a little wine, not wine, but like I'll hold a joint like this and I'll go,
The bouquet.
a Pinot.
A Pinot. You don't even know why.
Jesus
I know
Christ.
what it is.
No, what is it?
Pinot
Noir.
Pinot Noir. Yeah, that's a Pinot Noir.
Norn and Yar.
What's the fucking
I just
a
could see
Pinot
you- I want
Noir?
to see you on a date at a fancy
I
restaurant.
go, ew.
It's just ketchup in a
It's
glass.
it's the vase, the flower vase.
It's apple juice.
Their flowers taste good here.
Well, the thing is, are we recording? I did want to see like what it was like without it entirely, and just to see if it gave me clarity, if it gave me any kind of like true sense of self, if it reset my dreams, which it has.
Yeah.
Dreaming's real. You dream even though you smoke at night?
Well, I when I was not smoking, because I'll like not smoke all day, and then by the time I get home, I'm like I just go to sleep.
Right.
So there are days that go by where I'm just like, oh, I haven't smoked weed in like a few days, and then I'll have crazy dreams.
Yeah.
But some nights I'm like, I need to like just decompress, and I'll smoke at night. And all
Well, it
that
is.
stuff.
I mean, I heard about it, and people not warned me about it, but like notified me that this was going to happen. The dream dump, because for the first couple nights of not smoking, or at least the first conscious nights, I had every bad dream you could have: kids dying, cheating, both sides, like
Wife has a dick.
Your wife. No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? A gift?
Finally.
Finally, a Christmas gift I could use.
You're just playing catch with her the next day.
No, but I remember it was like all of those things where like I didn't even remember I didn't even cheat like in the dream. Like I didn't even get to enjoy sex. I just was like under a boardwalk somewhere.
Yeah.
And I hear Mike, and I turn and Nicole's there, and I look and some faceless goon girl is like putting her clothes on, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Was it a
she's
faceless
running
goon
away.
girl or was it
I
someone
didn't
that we
know.
all
I genuinely
know?
didn't know who it was.
You ever have that dream where like you dream about somebody that like you don't find sexually attractive, but then you like fuck in a dream and then you wake up, you're like, now I'm like attracted to her.
Oh no, do I have real feelings?
I go, shit.
Oh no. No, I was like hoping it was somebody. You know? That's the dream
Right.
world is a freebie.
You wake up, you're
You
like,
might as
oh,
well.
it was
man.
like faceless, like the guy in character or in Dick Tracy.
Yeah, I get, or like almost like a blur. Like I couldn't, the face.
You just don't remember it.
Yeah,
no
I just
matter what.
couldn't.
It was just the
body. The body. I mean, it was pretty. It was sweet, but her vagina was also like kind of soldered shut. Like it was like a.
You were in the middle of having sex when.
No, I came like I came, but I didn't. I wish, but I've had wet dreams well into adulthood. If I don't
jerk off, I'll have them.
Yeah. I'll just pump an oyster into my sweats or whatever.
Nice.
But oh my god.
Nice,
but no,
dude.
this particular, I just remember like seeing vagina, boobs, face, and then I hear Nicole, and Nicole's behind me, and I'm like, I didn't even know I was married.
Now,
Like, dream.
Do you look that up, like to see what it means?
It's anxiety. I
Yeah.
just assume all of this is anxiety.
Oh man, I've been also trying not to jerk off. You know, I'm just trying to better myself.
Yeah.
Not smoking weed. I want to be a better comic. That's why I'm doing it. Because I find myself on stage, if I'm like stoned, I'm like, I'm having fun, but I'm like, and what's that thing? What's that word? You know, I can't come up with it. But I
Which
had
only we once found funny.
I
Like,
know.
No audience. We were like, no, audiences love when you can't find the words.
I used to think it was funny. I used to go blah 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 as a punchline and be like, nah, that's funny.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm like, and then something blah blah blah, like I wouldn't even fill it in.
Guys, I'm too stoned to write. Isn't
You
that
guys
great?
get it? This is meta comedy. I had a dream the other night that I jerked off because I was horny.
That was
I
your
guess.
dream?
Yeah,
That's
so
weird.
sad.
Jerked
I
off
woke
in your
up and I
dream?
was like, I could have done that in real life.
Yeah.
Were you tugging?
Yes, I never came though.
Oh, you gave yourself blue balls.
Yeah. I went.
So what'd you do? Did
This.
you wake up and take care of it?
No, actually, I woke up and I felt bad about myself. I was like, "What are you doing? You're jerking off in your dreams now?"
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm like, how much of a loser
Your
do you have
subconscious
to be?
didn't give you like a
I know. I'm
hot
like,
lady.
I can't even get pussy in my dreams.
That's like being stood up for a date in your dreams.
You go, few more minutes. Yeah. You go, oh, damn it.
Not again.
Not again.
Left at the altar.
I can't remember a dream for a long time.
Really?
I don't think I've had a dream that I've remembered. And I think it must be the antidepressants or something.
Oh, yeah.
What do you take?
I take Wellbutrin and what's the Prozac?
Oh, nice.
You
Yeah.
stack it.
I got a stack, dude. Yeah.
I got a stack, dude.
Well, because I have ADHD
A half a
too.
bar of
That's what
Xan.
Wellbutrin's for.
That's what Wellbutrin's for, ADHD?
Wellbutrin kind of has like a soft Adderall effect.
Oh.
But I'll tell you this. I got kind of sick in maybe like May, and I took Mucinex D, which is the Sudafed Mucinex,
Yeah.
and I was the best version of myself I've ever been. I was.
What? Really?
Oh my god! If you put amphetamines into yourself, it is just like.
Is that the same thing people robo-trip on? Like the D?
No,
Is that
that's what it's
Uh,
Adderall. It's just
Okay.
That's what amphetamines are. They're just they
Yeah.
just
Did you
make
do stand up on it and you were like
I
killing?
was killing.
Oh my God.
Everything was right. I was the most productive I've ever been.
Yeah.
And you don't have an appetite, so you feel good about yourself because you're not like pigging out.
Dude, in college, when I was doing stand up, I stayed up all night just snorting like Adderall.
Been there, Buster.
And I was snorting, but I wasn't doing like the powdered. It was like
time
the
release
pills.
balls.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I've done that too, and they just fall right out of your nostril.
Yeah,
You
dude.
didn't grind them up enough?
I tried with a credit card to smash them, but I actually
They don't
recently read
smash.
that we were actively trying to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad for you to snort up that shit.
That's
you,
crazy.
Yeah, you could literally give yourself a brain bleed.
Oh my God. Yeah, and it hurt, and you know it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I did stand up, and I did well, I guess. I mean, probably whatever, but I did well for the first time, and I was like, I guess that's the guy I am. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who stays up all night, just pulls an all-nighter and snorts Adderall all night and then
Yeah.
does stand-up. So, like, I did it like 4 more times after that. And I was just like, I'm up next at Broadway.
Your nose was bleeding on stage.
You're doing a prom show.
I don't even remember it. Like, it's Severance.
That's also before.
I hope my innie killed.
That's before you realize that it's an every night job.
Yes.
Like, and you're like,
Yeah, and you
wait,
go-
so I eventually will sleep, right? But you're like, no, the cocktail to it is I must stay up forever.
Well, it is also the reason why I stopped smoking, because there was a time where, like, it was the same reason why it helped me stop drinking, because I couldn't get on stage without drinking. I'd have to have like 2 drinks and then be like, hey, everybody, and then yeah.
I was lucky that I started stand up after I realized I was an alcoholic. I drank for the like on and off for the first 7 years, maybe. But I was such a bad drunk. I mean, I'd been arrested 6 times before I even touched a mic, so I was just like,
You have such a crazy. I would not expect that at all, dude.
I wanted to be a man so badly that I did the craziest shit to try to prove to people.
You are a man, though. You are a man.
Yeah, I know.
Tell them why. I want to hear your definition of why.
Yeah, why am I a man?
Because there's 2 genders. All right.
I felt that was coming initially, which is why I wanted you to define it.
And you got a penis, right?
Yep.
Like those videos on TikTok of like
The guy in the car
Yeah.
with the sunglasses.
Yeah, so let me tell you something, right? Like, if you asked me to call you a pirate, would you cut off a leg?
I've never seen that, but I love it.
I saw that once on
I
TikTok.
love boomers, man.
That was
They're
that
so
was an
fucking
argument
funny.
that someone said where they were like, and you know what? Where they go like, okay, so you want me to call you a woman and you want to chop off your penis? If you wanted me to call you a pirate, would you chop off your leg and wear one fucking eye, get a parrot and all that? And it's like that's the same argument of being like, you want to marry another man? What's next? A kangaroo? It's like we're just fucking reliving the same shit.
The kangaroo line was like most of the 90s.
And it was always a kangaroo.
or a cat. Like your dog.
I would marry a cat.
Box turtle.
Yeah.
Box turtle.
Box turtle makes the most sense.
My dad recently went on a trans rant about like, I just refuse to play their game. And I'm like, but why? We always play games socially anyway. I have to pretend that I'm interested in anything that you say right now.
That's a bit.
Like, I literally don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their entitlement, something happened. I think you can like trace it back to like the 60s and like being a hippie and this free will kind of thing that went on. And somehow that translated into them becoming fascists 30 years later. I don't know what it was.
I know what it was. My dad my dad experienced the same perilous fear that I'm currently going through, and he went straight to take his Series 7.
Yeah.
Like he was like, all right, I'm an actor, I'm a bartender, I quit booze, acting's not working out because I'm not working all that hard. I guess I'm a stockbroker, pump and dump it is.
Yeah.
And then the hang with those guys was so intoxicating that he was like, I think I'm going to be this from now on. Because he's just a sensitive boy.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. If I hang out with anybody who has like a regular life where they're like making money and, you know, just like enjoying the benefit of having that kind of job, I'm like, I should do this.
Yeah, but is it really that's like fulfilling? Like or
No.
are you just kind of like
Is comedy fulfilling?
it is when you kill like me, folks. It's the only part that's
No,
fulfilling.
but you do seem like somebody that really enjoys it.
Yeah, well, it's fun. I mean, everything else around it sucks, but also I think that's with everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think there is a person that's like, well, I just and they're all psychos anyway. If they are like that.
I am right there with you because I do find the act of comedy, the writing, the process of the art, like all of that to be pretty fulfilling. Obviously, you run into some things that suck about the job, or suck about performing for people. But then the job and all the things that kind of encase it are really what and it's good and bad. You got to take the good with the bad. Dude, this is kind of off topic, but similarly tangential to what we're talking about in terms of parenting or dads. My Mario, my father-in-law, oft referenced, radicalized king. He was behaving himself quite well at my son's birthday party. Like it was.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
So which first of all, I think he finally gained respect for me because 2 of his trees fell down in his backyard and they obliterated his gazebo.
Yeah.
Like this big sheet metal iron gazebo, and it fucking annihilated it. So I came over and, selfishly to equip the backyard for my son's party, but also to help him since he's a 60-plus-year-old man with a bad shoulder and no teeth. And he was like, and I came over and I helped him clean the entire yard. Like it took a full day, cleaned up the tree, cleaned up the gazebo, the whole thing. And he looked at me for the first time and was like, "You're an able-bodied man. I can't believe this. Like, oh my God." And so he sent a nice text to Nicole, like, "Thank God for Mike. He blah, blah, blah," all this stuff. Really like paternal, kind shit. And then at Crew's birthday party, we have a lizard guy. It's unbelievable. They're bringing out snakes, lizards. They're jumping on the kids. Like, everybody's having a great time. My father-in-law disappears, as he often does, for 35 minutes. Nobody knows where he is or what's going on. And then he comes back and he's like,
yeah, because he mixed fucking python venom with alcohol. I'll be right out.
Stirring it with an iguana tail.
yeah, grabs an iguana. I'll be right out.
I mean, comes back is loose as a goose in a caboose.
Right.
And,
He's walking around like the bad guy from Men in Black.
Dude, with his iPad. And he's walking up to my son's friend's parents, of whom he's never met. And he's showing pictures of his. He's like, "You want to know why I had the American flag upside down on my flagpole for 4 years? Biden." Just like starting to let it fucking rip.
Man.
And I'm like, dude, come on.
We were
man.
almost there.
We were almost at the finish line. So I tricked him. I gave him THC seltzers.
Oh, nice.
He's still of the generation that's afraid of his father, even though his dad's been dead for a fortnight.
You didn't dose him though. You let him know.
No, I kind of let him know. I didn't let him know until he had half of one.
Okay.
But I kind of dosed him. Yeah.
Whoa, cool.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'll take another one." And like out of nowhere, his like anger went to,
yeah.
and he's having a
That's
good
great.
time. And he slept for the first time in 25 years. My mother-in-law told me. And then, of course, when I asked him, he's like, "I didn't sleep." As if like, somehow his refusal to sleep makes him more of a man than anybody. But it was the most interesting chemistry test ever, where it's like from booze to weed. This clearly, it's a trank dart. I shot him with a trank dart and it kind of worked. He put the iPad away.
He should just start drinking those seltzers all the time.
Me?
No, hit him.
I know. I got him a bunch, and they've largely gone untouched. But since then,
I think there's something really interesting when you subject those people. The weed is great, obviously.
Yeah.
They're the ones that need it.
He's like, "My father called it the dope.
Yeah.
I can't smoke weed. It's dope.
Yeah.
You're a doper."
I guess I kind of get it. Like if our kids were like, "No, Dad, you mix." Codeine started like if scissor started being
they perfected it.
Yeah, if there was scissor seltzer, it's called seltzer. No, come on, Dad, have a couple of it. No, man, this killed fucking little Peep and shit. I'm not.
Dad, it's just
Juice
liquid
WRLD.
Percocet. That's all it is. Just have some liquid Percocet.
Seltzer is a fucking. That is a.
You could probably just make that.
I know. I bet they've said that before. I bet they've made that in the hood or wherever they're doing it out there. Or,
whatever those people do when
reside and. No.
It comes in a can, but it looks like a double cup.
It looks like a styrofoam can.
I had the opposite. I mean, I don't have the benefit of living near my father-in-law to change his impression of me.
Yeah.
He just sees me in bursts, and they're always disappointing.
Yeah.
But I went on a fishing trip with him and his friends to the Bahamas, and first strike is I cannot afford this. This fishing trip is $6,000.
Oh, he didn't even pay for it?
God.
He did.
Okay, good.
But it was still.
Did he
like,
offer, or were you like?
He offered,
Oh, okay.
and he was like, "You just got to pay for your plane ticket." And also, this was the worst: is they made it sound like we were getting a private jet the whole time, and
Whoa.
they're like, "Meet us at the FBO. Your seat is just like $800 or something like that." And I was like, "All right, great, we're going." We got on like a Buick Skylark of what are those called? Cessnas. Like it was like when we hit clouds, the plane slowed down.
It's what Aaliyah's last ride was in.
No, that her plane crashed because she wanted too many people on it.
Is that
I thought
really?
it was luggage?
Is that true?
It was luggage and people. It was just like they were like, we can't with this much weight, and she
Yeah.
was
Whoa.
like, I pay you to whatever.
Damn.
And everybody died on it.
Whoa. God damn.
But
I didn't know that.
we went to this really remote island.
Better known as Ali.
Now I don't like her.
Yeah, it's
Killed
kind
all
of a
those
bummer.
people.
TLC, I think Left Eye also was on some wild shit too.
She lit Andre Risen's house on fire.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
that-
but she died in Honduras. She was like part of.
Oh, she died in a plane? I think
No,
they're all
I
on
think
an
she died
island.
in a car accident or something. I don't know exactly. Anyways, we're on this like remote part of fucking.
That's
I thought that was Nicole.
That's the
I was
ticket
like,
machine for Mike's car.
Oh my God.
There's a guy printing them.
out. Yeah.
But it was like this fishing trip. We're on this remote island, and I'm doing pretty good. You know, like I'm not really good at fishing, but I'm not like we're kind of getting in some art. We're like around sharks all the time and barracudas, and everybody there is like a titan of industry. Like
Yeah.
they all are multi-millionaires. Like
Whoa.
one of the guys started Brooks Running Company. Like all of them could have. One guy flew himself in his own private jet,
Oh,
and
that's
I don't
cool.
mean a Cessna.
Travolta style.
Like, yeah, his own private jet.
Whoa.
And he told me, he said, my private jet has a button. My wife made me get this, where if I die, somebody can press this button on the plane and the plane will land itself at the nearest FBO.
Oh my God.
So this is the kind of guys I'm around, and I'm like, sometimes I pick up moving jobs so that I can keep on doing stand-up. But I'm kind of a hypochondriac. They also made me watch Rosebud stand-up and my stand-up in front of all of them.
Oh my God.
To compare?
No, like the first night they were like, let's watch your stand-up. And I was like, let's watch Rosebuds.
Yeah.
And then I left the room because I was like, I don't really want to hang. And then the next night they were like, we want to see you. So they watched my Don't Tell. It's going great. It's going great. And then it goes, sometimes I choke my wife when I'm having sex with her. And I look over at her dad. I'm like, fuck. And then
Oh
he
my
did say,
God.
That's
like,
how I disciplined her when she was a child.
he did say at the very end when it was all done and I was like waiting for the fucking ball to drop, he goes, you know, I'd like to choke her sometimes too. And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
yes. But I'm kind of a hypochondriac and like, so whatever, stuff happens. And I was doing my best not to be weird. And then I sunburnt my foot in a way where only the veins got sunburnt.
Cool.
So I thought I had,
You're like Venom.
I thought I had
Like
blood
Carnage.
poisoning.
Like-
You thought you had blood poisoning?
Because that's how it looks. It's
Oh.
like your foot, like something will go wrong, and then the blood
Right.
poisoning, it'll just be a line that will
Oh,
slowly
shit.
go towards your heart.
Oh
And
my
if it makes
God.
it to your heart, you die.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how blood
Jesus
poisoning works.
Christ, dude.
Thanks for filling that in my mind.
So if you ever see like a dark line moving towards your heart, you're dying.
Oh my God, I'm
you
gonna
can
like
stop
this.
it though. You're pushing it.
Come on.
Brendan's new Blink
closer.
182
Yeah, I'm
tattoo
like,
is-
closer. Like it's an
Dick
ant.
magnet.
I'm drawing like a line like it's an ant. I'm like, oh.
You're marking it. You're
Yeah.
like, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Age 34.
But I went to him and I was like, does this look like anything? And he was like, no. And I was immediately like, oh, I'm a pussy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest pussy in the world. These guys, he literally has videos of him fishing next to a grizzly bear. You know, like that kind of shit.
He's like Teddy Roosevelt.
He goes to the Bohemian Grove.
What? Really?
Like,
the big owl?
he
thing?
he praised Akhenaten.
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I think that's the
Akhenaten?
owl's name, yeah.
Whoa.
I don't really, like, he told me what they do there. but, like,
Akhenaten, Obama?
They put on a play, and it's like John Mellencamp.
They put on a play.
The guy who invented Velcro. Schwarzkopf, the general from Desert Storm. You know, it's like,
and William Randolph Hearst's frozen body.
yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. How much does it cost to be a member?
Oh, I don't I don't even
In blood.
I don't even
Yeah.
think
How much
that-
does it cost in other people's blood?
Just costs and ritual sacrifice.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, and he's got all these books that are like Grove, 2016 Grove. And
Does he let you look?
No, I haven't looked in them. They're just yearbooks. I mean, I think if I wanted to look, he wouldn't have a problem with it. But he
bring
told
one
me
in.
this that's crazy about the Grove. He said, when you're there, you are not allowed to bring a phone into the Grove whatsoever. Like it is
You have to leave it on a boat or something?
you have to leave it in like a locker before you walk in or something. And they have camp set up. Like it's all these different groups like have like different camps. So you're part of a camp.
Yeah.
But watch, I'm going to just die in the most mysterious way after this.
Yeah.
But he said they're so serious about it that like he was telling me like some guy that was like the CEO of a giant company brought his phone in and they just were like, you have to leave right now. Immediately.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, they
Just
were-
because they know, well, they know that it's
What are they
the
doing
phone
there?
is picking up all the audio recordings.
Yeah.
I think what it really sounds to me like is it sounds like a Skull and Bones kind of Yale thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they're not actually doing anything that crazy. They're
Starring
just,
Joshua Jackson.
Stonecutters?
Have
from
you ever
The
seen that
Simpsons?
movie?
Yeah, Stonecutters.
No.
Actually, I think isn't that the Stonecutter on the far right?
I believe it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have every character.
Look at that.
But no, you ever see that the Paul Walker Joshua
I've seen that,
Jackson
yeah.
vehicle? What was that? Skull and Bones,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that
I never saw
always
that.
makes me think of Rosebud.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Do they have sex with children there? Did you ask
He
him?
didn't
He
elaborate
didn't
on
mention
that.
he got up. He goes,
But I think all that stuff, I don't think any of that stuff, I think they just do like gay, like readings of Latin and shit like that. But I
Oh,
don't think it's ever
God,
like,
that
I don't think they're
sucks.
sacrificing anything. I think it's guys that literally like, I was making fun of some Republican online and I said, you look like you gather at holidays and sing around a piano. And I think that's that vibe. I think that's all it is.
oh, that's
And-
kind of nice.
That's my family.
That's
except
kinda
we're
nice.
poor. We literally would do that. Like in the fucking Exorcist. Dude, I just performed for people in the Hamptons that like anytime Epstein or Diddy was mentioned, there was a like real like shit. Like they were, and they all knew him personally.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you say you met his masseuse?
Yeah, after the show, this guy who was old as balls, he walked up to me. He's like, "Want to know my claim to fame?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "I'm in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book." I'm like, I'm not sure if you could use that as a credit.
He's the only one.
Fucked kids for a lot of the night.
So that's the funny thing is like, first of all, he was like, "You want to hear some Trump stories?" I was like, "Not really. Like, I don't really want this confirmed. I also don't want to be whisked away by like hooded people."
Yeah.
And so he, I'm talking about like not drinking, and then I was also talking about like quitting weed or whatever. And everybody there was sober. And I was like talking about how I quit because I had anxiety, and they were just like not relating on that level at all. And I was like, "Oh, you guys quit because you fucked kids." Yeah. And then you're like, "That's my rock bottom." I was like, here I am thinking my nerves are a big deal. And you're like, "I've seen atrocities you couldn't even dream of."
Yeah. They're like, I had anxiety because I killed Patrice Lumumba. That's why I gave up weed.
Every time I hear a twig behind me, I don't know if someone with a gun is there,
That is, I
or
kept
if
on,
it's just the wind.
I'd be like
probably
on the
don't
front of the
even
boat on the fishing trip. I'd be on the front of the boat, and I just kept imagining just seeing red mist before I fell into the water.
Oh my god!
Do you think your eyes
dude.
would still register it?
Yeah.
I think you have a second. I think you
Yeah.
have a second where you go, oh, I'm dead.
Oh,
I would
fuck.
hope. That's probably where the DMT trip starts and
Yeah.
then kind of transfers you into the next
I
life.
thought you didn't
Whoa.
have the DMT trip if there was any kind of brain injury.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But darn.
Let's go.
Damn.
Let's ask somebody from the dead.
Yeah.
Seance?
I actually thought it would be even more potent because it would just leak the DMT out.
Yeah.
Your pineal gland
Maybe
fucking
it's you start
smashes
smelling
Here's a
over.
up
question.
your own
Would you upload your consciousness to
a robot.
like a network?
What do
Would you live in the cloud?
No.
No?
I mean, what's the other option?
Death. Like I'm saying, like you're.
Oh,
gonna-
like my loved ones can tune in.
no. Like your
turn me on.
consciousness. You can either continue to be conscious or you cannot.
Nah, fuck that. No. No.
Dude, your
Fuck
reaction
that.
is so
But
good.
I'm
Fuck
saying, like your
that.
consciousness, if it's
What's
like
the point? I don't even have that good of a life not as a robot.
no, but then you're not a robot. You're in the cloud, so you're just like my consciousness today wants to be in a big
Will I
field
have
of
peace?
lilies. Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, I don't
you
like
wouldn't
that.
have peace because you're still conscious.
No, I don't like that.
No,
and then you're forever like that, or can they turn it off?
You can opt to be on.
But you need someone else to do that.
Well, you can probably like figure out a way to get
Oh, can I? With this thing you're inventing as we're talking?
They're gonna do it.
You go into somebody's Alexa, get me out of here.
That's the whole.
I wanna
I
go.
think that's the whole point of this Neuralink stuff. I think they're.
Oh,
going
really?
To, yeah, for
Yeah, of
sure.
course.
Why do we want that?
There's also, I mean, that's
All of the tech guys want to live forever.
I brought it
All
up.
of course.
Peter Thiel, the fact that he really believes in transhumanism and wants the merger of man and machine and wants to upload consciousness and stuff like that. It's the same of like nanobots and that technology being developed for like cancer patients and stuff. They're injecting it into their bloodstream, and I don't think they've had a success. I think they had a successful like tumor removal, but I think the person eventually died. But they're working on basically sending like army of robots, like microscopic robots, into your body to do like internal surgery.
Yeah, they
while
will.
You're just standing
I think
here.
before we die, there will be people. I mean, unless there's like the inevitable climate thing that's happening right this moment.
Yeah.
But they're saying, I saw a thing recently, like, or listened to the Fresh Air, where a doctor was talking about with the sciences that we're perfecting right now, our generation could live to be 150.
Whoa, that's
But with
I don't
what
know,
body?
man.
Like
That's what they're.
Yeah.
Those nano things, they can go in and they can restore cells. They can 3D print organs, all that kind of
Well,
stuff.
I think they mean wealthy people can live to 150.
no,
Yeah.
Because the rest of us will just be hooked to a generator charging the
no, you're going to
instruments
be
that they
fuel.
use.
They're going to put you into the
yeah.
generator, so the generator can keep working.
I can't wait till I'm put into like some sort of fucking blender frappe, and then they
Yeah.
can just shove my genetics somewhere.
we might be the little robots. They're gonna shrink us down and have us be fucking
Maybe that's hell.
working on. Hey,
I want to
Right?
be shot in a cannon against a wall.
Yeah.
That's what I want my funeral to be. Is I just want everybody to put on ponchos.
yeah, yeah.
Are you guys jealous of Ozzy Osbourne? Because
Totally
I
jealous.
really don't think that there's ever been a better, more poetic death in like the history of public figures.
What do you mean?
Like the fact that he did his farewell concert, has lived this life, has reached the success he has. Obviously, he's been mush for a bit, but he like had this farewell concert, performed in front of his hometown. Mama, I'm coming home. He's like harnessing the last bit of electricity in his body. And then 2 weeks later, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's nothing. That's the best send off I think you could ever even hope for.
I don't think he needed to die that early though, which is the problem. But if you're gonna go out like
How old
that,
was he?
71.
he had a few. I think he had a few more years in him, but that surgery fucked him up.
Yeah.
Like, he got
He
surgery.
got a Brazilian butt lift. That'd be so funny.
That's why he had to sit for the concert.
Yeah. He's like- no, he got some sort of like spinal.
but
Oh, he got spinal fusion probably.
I can't shit. Sharon, I
that
can't.
did.
Ozzy, you're pooping everywhere.
Dude,
I
did you
can't
see?
sit on the toilet.
have to support Israel. Did you see her throw hands with like one of the bad girls club or whatever the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
That
She
was,
like threw wine on her.
that was sick, and not only that,
So-
but like followed it with a hook. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, and
Yeah, they're
old as shit.
They're
she was doing
Brummies,
that.
man. They're from fucking Birmingham.
I know.
I heard she's a real bloody.
Really?
Yeah.
Bleep.
I heard,
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
that too.
I just heard she's like, because she was in the music industry for so long, she had this reputation of being like a real hard ass. You know,
She
what I
had
mean?
to have been.
I'm sure. Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
sure.
it's like similarly with Ellen, where to reach that level, you have to almost be a bulletproof lunatic.
Yeah.
And especially as a woman, especially as a lesbian, like
Yeah.
all of those. I mean, look
I've
at
never met a normal famous person. Never.
never in your life.
Well,
They're all.
now you have. Hello, I'm Brendan.
Brendan Sagalow,
I'm
Esquire.
George Clooney.
hello. I'm Topher Grace.
Nice to meet you, man. I loved you in Traffic.
Did you see the Howard Stern like clip of her being on there with the ICP guys?
Who?
And, Sharon Osbourne.
No.
And she's like, they don't like her because she took them off Ozfest or some shit like that, something like that. They have beef, and they're going like, you fucking look like a mom. And they're like real Detroit. This is like early 2000s. They're like, you know what I mean? They're doing that like, like suck my fucking cock.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's going,
Sagalow
you couldn't
Junior
even
year.
get it up. You know, she's like doing shit like that. And then she's like, I'd never fuck you. Da, da, da. And he literally goes, he's like, you fucking that heroin junkie. He's like, if that heroin junkie could get it up, then you can, or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you go to some Ozfest? You seem like you probably did.
No, I was never into like the like metal like that.
It was
Like
emo.
more like punk, you know, like
yeah.
or emo or whatever. Like I always thought emo was pretty fucking lame too. Like because when I was in high school, the emo that was coming out, the mainstream emo was like
Good
that,
Charlotte.
Like
yeah.
Good Charlotte is still like pop punk, but I'm talking about like just whiny, you know, like the Used and like, which is like they're great and whatever, but they're so whiny and
missed
it's like
that entire-
your lipstick is calling, don't bother, Angel, like shit like that.
Did you go
You know?
through that phase?
That's a take it
No,
back
no,
Sunday.
I never ever got into that stuff. The closest I got to anything like a festival was I'd go to Dave Matthews concerts in high school.
I saw
sounds
Dave
fun.
Matthews at Jones Beach Amphitheater, but he was doing an acoustic set and it sucked ass.
Yeah.
I
That
hate.
does
I don't
suck
like
ass.
Dave
That can't even
Matthews.
fill that
I
place.
know.
It probably
was
got
him and
lost
like
in the air.
Yeah, dude, it was awful. And it was a bunch of fucking bros that were like.
I went to Warp Tour though. Did you do? Did you
I
ever
did
go
one
to
Warp Tour. I had a great Warp Tour. It was No Effects, Flogging Molly, Big D and the Kids Table, Anti-Flag, Streetlight Manifesto, like all these great bands. But here's the issue: is I went with my the girl that I lost my virginity to. You know her.
Yeah, we know her. We
You
tried
know
to get her on
Yeah,
our last
we tried to get her
podcast,
on
and she said, "I respectfully decline."
with your little show. She said something like
yeah.
that, and it's good.
Oh yeah, she really threw a barb in there.
Yeah, I mean, so we went there and she just kind of like, we took ecstasy and then she fucking left. And like, we were a big group of friends and she just left. And I was like, okay, well, there
Yeah.
goes my girlfriend leaving to probably
yeah.
suck off
Get
fucking
fingy.
all-time low or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I was and I was like, this was a time, you know, you're young, you're in
Yeah.
high school. And I'm like, but this was going to be our time.
We were supposed to trip together and fall deeper in love.
Yeah, exactly. I always wanted to bond with her and she wanted nothing to do with me.
I saw when I went to Warp Tour. I was 15. I went with Nicole, my current wife.
Wife number one.
Yep. And we saw, I think Jimmy Eat World was there. No Effects
That's
definitely
great.
sounds as though they were there. Dropkick Murphy was there. And
Whoa.
Nicole, at like 15 years old, got taken up on the fucking, what is that, crowd surfing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure she
everybody
got a
was getting
thumb in or whatever.
yeah. Everybody's so annoyed by crowd surfers too. There's never someone who's under the crowd surfing person that's like, I love this.
Yeah,
I hated
oh,
it.
remember
They
when
hate it.
Do you remember when
Everybody
Bobby
hates it.
Kelly went crowd surfing at
Oh,
Skankfest
yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like holding a fucking cement elephant?
Yeah, it was like trying to fucking lift the Titanic back up.
All these people with shoulder injuries.
Yeah, I mean they're not in the best shape as it is. They haven't done a press since fucking Nam.
I went to one Warp Tour. I was so cool as like a tween. I was so cool. I was like a skater, fucking druggy, like 12-year-old. And I stole a security guard's hat. This is like when Warp Tour isn't like a huge thing yet.
Yeah.
And I stole a security guard's hat. And then I went up to the other security door and I went, hey man, my uncle's actually a guard. He told me to meet him here. And they just let me in.
Wow.
And I went backstage.
Whoa.
And I sat next to Bradley Knoll from Sublime
that's so cool.
while he's like, I don't know what he was doing.
nodding.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
nodding
goes-
off. And like listen to him like talk to the other bands, and they just at one point were like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "I gotta
Oh my
go."
God, dude. Yeah. Well, that's really cool though.
Yeah, it was pretty badass. I was such
I mean,
a confident child.
I was such the opposite. I was such a fucking doofus. I would do anything that like I thought was shorthand to get chicks. So it was like sports, and then I was like, I know, I'll be the lead of a boy band.
Did you try to be a lead of a boy band?
Yeah, I mean, I took hip hop dance classes. Yeah, like, for real.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
Yeah.
and 5.
Dude, and I was quite good.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And then
You have a dancer's body.
Thanks, pal.
It's funny because I do.
Stems.
I don't respect it at all, but then I will watch hours of hip hop
Yeah.
dancing.
I
on
mean,
TikTok.
I watch it all. I send you and
Oh,
Feeney
yeah.
these videos, and both of you are bummed out by them. But I really enjoy it.
Nobody bums me out with the videos but Feeney. Feeney sends us videos of like people being like happy.
He's a fucking boomer, Feeney.
Dude, he's a real boomer,
He is a
bro.
true boomer.
He
He'll
sends
say-
you like dog and soldier reunion videos.
Bro, I mean, we should let's look at what the last.
I love that Feeney's name came up and we just started unleashing.
Well, because Sagalow and I made fun of him recently for some video, and it was as if we betrayed him.
Yeah.
By being like, "This sucks, dude."
Yeah,
I tried to do this thing. I don't think we've spoke since this, but when we had
find
Feeney on, I just tried to do like a why do you and Mike have a difficult relationship?
I remember that actually.
And he was like-
I remember you talking about that.
He was like not having it.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? We don't have a difficult.
He's like, no.
It's more brotherly than anything.
Yeah, it's like brotherly.
Which it
as-
is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like
fun.
you're.
It's like
annoyed.
being brothers with a 55-year-old man.
Yeah, dude. Like, what was the video?
He's
sent
he's
us?
my brother from the first marriage my dad had.
What was the video he sent us where we were just like, dude, this sucks.
Oh.
And he was like, let love into your heart, boys. And
Yeah.
we're like, send this to your wife, dude. Like, don't send this
Don't
to
even
us.
send it to her because she'll never be attracted to you again. It was one of those.
I was thinking
where
about
like,
yesterday how he posted a story about Fireflies, and I was just like, dude,
He's losing his mind. He's like, I swear to God.
don't forget about the Fireflies, guys.
He's gonna film content of him with a net trying to catch butterflies eventually. Like it's
Fireflies?
Dude, he took a picture of himself at the beach with his beer and his koozie and like looking out into the sand and the water. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Did he write this view? ...
Yeah, take me back. Take me back.
Oh, that's so
He's all in love.
It's all in love. He's you know, it is what makes him charming to me, you know. But I'm also like, why are you? What is this? And then what the problem is, he makes me seem like I'm a curmudgeon.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
and I go, and I am.
I have that where I'm like, I'll often take people to do like, I don't know, outdoorsy stuff.
That's fine.
And then like I'll get to a vista and I'll be like, can you believe this is right here? And
Yeah.
everybody's like, I'm fucking tired and this
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. Well, I think there's a difference between being in person and taking it in, and like just like I don't think there's nothing wrong with like looking at the sky and being like, look at all those stars and blah 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 blah.
It's
in
just
person.
humiliating to share to your
But to be
comedian
like-
friends.
Look at all those stars.
Yeah, quoting Coldplay, like wink,
Yeah.
wink, get it? Because of the controversy.
Does he have like a plate with a picture of him and his wife in Greece or something on it?
I would actually legitimately do that. I would do that.
2017.
I would get a plate with me and my boo on it.
You would? Would you get a
Maybe.
little
I don't know.
plate holder?
I like being a little
So
fucking.
then by the end of your burger, you get to see happiness.
I go.
Usually I'm
something
sad,
feels
but
good.
now I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be sad the burger ended. Be sad it existed.
Yeah, that Fireflies thing was absolutely disgraceful. I can't stop thinking about it.
That's so
I
great.
can't stop thinking about it. I literally did. You know how you can comment on people's stories now and it like comes up?
Yeah.
I went, what are you, fucking Mr. Rogers? I had to be like, what is this? And it was like the fourth thing I typed. And I was
Yeah.
like, delete.
Oh, well, that's my favorite part is with that, with any friends. And sometimes I have to remember that people are human beings that have feelings and they don't exist within my context and body.
Sure.
So they don't necessarily understand where I'm coming from. But I'll like throw something at Feeney, like, trashing him or whatever. And he's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
And
And
I'm
you
like,
go,
oh, that's right. I have all this built up.
Yeah,
I've
this
has
been
nothing to
looking
do
at your
with you.
social media
yeah,
for
you
weeks
must
and
hear
hating
that
every
I'm up.
second of it.
That happened in Fiji. We're literally like, I got into an argument with my girlfriend because we were at
You
a
were in
fire.
Fiji.
We were in Fiji. We're sitting across from each other at this restaurant. We went to it because I wanted to see some fucking gay ass fire dance. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to see someone playing with fire, like we're in Hawaii. So she found it. She found it. She did all the fucking work. We're sitting there, and they're so loud there that it was like fucking with my mesothelioma or whatever that's called.
That's definitely not what it
What
is.
is it?
Mesothelioma.
Mesopotamia.
Mesothelioma.
Pinar Noir.
Did you call all of
cancer
your
of the
waitresses
lining
Moana?
Moana.
Make way.
make way.
It did feel like that, but we got into this argument because, well, she had said she was like, the crowd sucked, so they're going like and grabbing the fire and holding it and then putting it back on the thing, and the crowd's just like looking at them, and she's like the crowd sucks. I'm like, yeah, the crowd sucks. Like, we're bonding over how bad the crowd. And then she went, even you, because I was like kind of like stiff too.
Whoa.
And she was like, even you. And I was like, I was like, hey, and I told her later that night, I was like, you made me feel like when we were like this, that I was not a part of it. You know what I mean?
Damn, you made me feel like I was wearing a glove.
You made me feel like I was wearing a glove of love. And so she said that, and I have a problem with not being able to say how I feel. It's getting better. Like, I'm starting to be able to like cut the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And just being like, that hurt me, right away. But this time I was just like, well, we're at a fire dance. Let's not get into it here. But it was seething in me. And she said that. And then the fire guy does something, and it gets a little bit of an applause. And then I started to applaud, and then I went, and I thought this was a joke, but it totally wasn't. It's like the same thing where you're like, oh man, shit's coming out. And I went, actually, you know what? Fuck you. I go, no, fuck you. I'm not going to applaud. And she was like, whoa. She was like, that fuck you was real. And I was like, no, it wasn't. It was a joke.
It was real, but it wasn't to them. It was to you.
Yeah. Well, no, it was to her. I was like, because I'm sitting across from her.
Oh, you said.
And I go, yeah. I go, and I thought it was a joke to go, actually, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not going to applaud.
Yeah.
And she was like, Jesus, that fuck you was real. I was like, oh, shit. And then I just realized, I was like, oh, yeah, you pissed me off. So that's a long way to say I know.
Look at you. Your rebound time, though, it's decreasing.
That's what I talk about with Alan. It's got to got to get there. You gotta like immediately say how you feel.
Yeah. It's not necessary. I mean, you don't have to immediately say it. It's whenever you recognize it. You know what I mean? Because that's good. It's good the fact that
that's true.
Right away, you might not even recognize it, but later on, when given space, if you recognize it and then keep it in, then you're fucking up. But if you recognize it and then you say it.
Yeah. I also do this thing where I make it a lot bigger than it is. So I'm like, you hurt my feelings the other day, and I kept it in, and which wasn't even true. Like, I was just like, and you're always doing this thing, and I make it this big fucking thing, when really it's just like, oh no, it was that little thing that.
How
got
hard
me.
was the trip to Fiji?
Not bad. I mean, I flew to Dallas for 3 hours, and then
Mike got another ticket.
Oh, sorry. Nicole's in the corner queefing. That's another queef. Down. It's like a warehouse.
That's from 8
Down, yeah. That's my only blue
collar experience.
Yeah. Just watching the scene of them at the warehouse in 8 Mile. Up, down.
What's that from?
They're pressing
8
bubbles
Mile.
in 8 Mile when they're new
He's
Detroit
like, man,
stamping.
that's only for fucking welfare moms
and ex-cons. Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah.
He's in that?
He is. He bangs Eminem's mom.
I didn't know
Kim
that.
Basinger from the back in the opening scene with side boob.
Rabbit.
Oh my God. She has some of the best nude scenes, I think, in cinematic history.
Really?
Have you seen 9.5 Weeks with Mickey Rourke when she gets like her box eaten on a dirty subway step?
No.
And with like water coming down on her too. And when you watch it as an adult who's lived in New York City, you're like about to gag. But as a kid, as like a young kid, you're like, I gotta get me in a sewer. It's like how Ninja Turtles fuck.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life that's so great, Rabbit?
So how long was the flight from Dallas?
So from Dallas to Fiji, it was 13 or 16 hours.
That's so long.
Yeah, it was long. I mean, no,
direct.
13 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't know if they can. Can
16,
they do 16?
Yeah, that's
in one shot.
The longest flight I think in the world is from London to Perth or something like that, and it's 24 hours.
Oh no shit!
That's
something
fucking
like that.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I think I did 12 and a half to Doha and then 13 and a half to Bali.
Jesus
like boom, boom.
fucking
Which that was
Christ.
that was gnarly. But good thing I was hammered.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I would have to. I mean, I take Klonopin sometimes to fly, anyways, but I would have to take a substantial amount for more than.
I took melatonin and
Is that
passed
is that a
out.
thing in your community? Is that a problem?
It's you would never take it like because your friend had one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I had
Yeah.
to get a prescription.
I see.
And like,
Not to call you out, I'm just curious.
No, yeah. I mean, and there's definitely like a ton of people in the community that would be like, I would never.
Right.
Yeah, you
Ever.
can't even
Even
touch
if-
the stuff.
But I traveled this one summer. I had like all these flights, and I was so anxious on them that I like would break out in like boils. Kind
Oh.
of like I would get this like really bad like I don't know,
Susan.
stress acne.
Whoa.
Yeah, Susan Boyles, and and I was like, I got to do.
They're
something
behind
about
the
this.
shirt.
Yeah, they're singing.
Well, shh. We're on a plane.
But yeah, no,
I really. It took me a minute, but I really like
yeah,
that.
you go, Susan, we're on a plane,
Come on,
please.
will ya? Susan's.
Susan. Yeah, so I took melatonin and I passed out, and I'm like in an aisle, but it's still like, you know, you gotta if you can afford it, take those like laying down. You get your own room.
There's so much,
essentially,
though.
on a. It was $3,000.
Yeah.
$3,000.
Did I
for
tell? I
that.
told the Bali story on here, right? About how I staged a sit-in for our ride back.
You've told
No.
that on every podcast you've
I
ever
think
You
had.
haven't
so
told
too.
it on
Yeah,
this
forget
one.
it.
But that's very cool.
So, abridged version. We were in Bali. We're set to leave. This is finally after like 11, 13 days, whatever we did. And we're about to take the first
Honeymoon?
honeymoon, yeah. Incredible trip. It's like a light sprinkle rain. They for whatever reason, they diverted our plane because I think there was a union issue with the
Airport or
crew
something?
on board.
Oh,
They had
okay.
been working too many consecutive hours. So they tried to say that it was an act of God, that it was the weather. But meanwhile, every other flight was taking off out of the airport, and they diverted to a closer to them airport so that they wouldn't get overages for the whatever union rules. So they kept us there for another day. We get a hotel in the airport that they paid for, but we're just like, what the fuck? Like blue balls of getting home. And it's not as though we could see Bali anymore. We're just in the fucking airport.
Yeah.
We made friends with some Lithuanians. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But the next day when we're set to go back, they still didn't update like the time of our flight and like when it was. So I went to the Qatar Airlines thing and I staged a sit-in. Me and like 20 other people from Spain. I was like, guys, we're here, liberty forever, and I made them sign a notarized letter that it was not because they were gonna fuck our insurance basically,
Yeah.
and say like, you know, we are not responsible for any of the money, and Nicole
For getting you home.
for getting us home, like, and Nicole was gonna miss work, like it was like a huge issue,
Yeah.
and so I got them to sign everybody a notarized letter that it was not an act of God, that our insurance should be honored. And then once we got to Doha, we get there and, you know, I go right to the Qatar Airways. This is like the most feeny I think I've ever been. I like do not stand up for myself in this way. I actually admire that about him. He always like, if he wants something or a shortcut to a business thing or like some kind of like, it's my birthday, free champagne.
Yeah.
He does that constantly and really well. So I go to the desk. The guy goes, hello, Mr. Cannon, shook my hand. He says, hello, Mrs. Cannon. Like, you know, like, it doesn't touch her. It's a Muslim country. Nicole like grabs his raw dog hand, almost gets beheaded on the spot.
Yeah. They had the saber out.
They go, oh, now I have to cut off my hand. You don't understand. That was horrible.
He just starts biting it.
Yeah.
Stop, thief! It's like,
He's
Yeah.
taking off his rings. He's like,
It's like, fuck.
So I got them to honor the insurance on the spot and give us business class pods for the entire 13 and a half or whatever the leg was.
Whoa, that's
Back to-
incredible.
and it was like a $15,000 seat. Like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I did not sleep the entire time because
You
I was
can't.
so excited.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was just drinking like 25-year fucking scotch or whatever
Yeah.
it was. I'm watching Silver Linings Playbook. I'm watching
Yeah,
all these
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
movies and just like half passing out sometimes.
Yeah.
But that really gave me a taste of the finer things. And I was like, never again will
Yeah.
I ride in steerage. And
yeah, that is the one thing I would say. Like, I'm very anti-confrontational, and obviously, like, I don't do it interpersonally. But
Mhm.
you put me on the phone with customer service, I immediately turn to a rich guy.
Yeah.
I had this, my best friend growing up, his dad was a very high powered lawyer, and like they were rich, like they owned an island in the San Juans or whatever. They were very, very wealthy. And he used to show up at the airport with plane tickets to flights he had bought and not taken, right? So this is back in the day where you used to have to call the airline and like buy a flight. He would have the ticket and he would not have gotten on this flight. And he'd go, well, this is worth, I spent $560 on this and this is, and he would we would literally go to the airport with no reservation and we would all be on the plane 2 hours later.
Wow.
Like
Pre 9/11.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, that really, the world was a much simpler place.
Yeah.
It is the security in the Middle East was maybe the craziest security you've ever had to go through. I mean, we went through like 3 metal detectors.
I went through
down.
When I flew out of Bogota one time, we had to walk through like an army gauntlet. It was like before they'd had the peace treaty.
Yeah.
And it was like literally like dudes with machine guns on either side of you, like in a line.
Whoa.
Jesus.
And like, you had to have like visas signed and all that kind of
That's
shit.
crazy. Dude, the fucking the airline in Fiji was so lax.
They were like, Shaka, bro. We're
yeah,
taking off.
yeah. They're like, let's all get into the cockpit and take a selfie.
Everybody show
were
your
just
box cutter.
That's so crazy. When I was growing up, you could go during the flight and talk to the,
Yeah.
like when I was a
What's up,
kid.
boys?
My first flight
What's going
to
on
Disney
in
World when
here?
I was 6,
You could go up
I
into the
went in the
cockpit.
cockpit.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, can I pull that?
I met a pilot this weekend that was like livid with Nathan Fielder for the rehearsrsal. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's like, it's not fucking like that anymore. It's like it was like that 30 years ago, but it's not fucking like that anymore.
What happened?
So the whole, I mean, it's an incredible watch.
It's
dude.
really
You
awesome.
really should watch.
I
this.
haven't even watched the whole thing, but it's awesome.
But he's basically the whole premise of the season is that he thinks that airline safety could be better because he says the pilots don't talk to each other, and sometimes that leads to the co-pilot not confronting the main pilot if they think they should like take over.
Gotcha.
And like be like if they think they're wrong, they're like, I'm going to take over, but they
Right.
don't do it because
It's like police in the field when they're
exactly
overexerting their power.
exactly. So
Yeah.
the whole season is about that, and he's trying to find ways to make it safer and all that
But
stuff.
by the end of it, he literally
He
gets,
flies a commercial plane.
jet.
He
No
flies.
shit.
He
Yeah.
learns how to fly a plane, and he flies a commercial plane from like Vegas to somewhere else
Wow.
with passengers in it.
That's wild.
It's crazy, yeah. And the pilot I met he was fucking hammered at the Empire Comedy Club this week, and he was like, "That's not fucking true. None of that's true." He's like, "We talk to each other. What are you talking about?" That was like 30 years ago. And I'm like, "Have you watched it?" And he went, "Nah." And I'm like, "You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You
I'm
can't
not
have like
fucking watching that.
I'm not watching that shit. Fuck
I-
that.
Waste much time.
I'm not afraid of.
No, wasting my time. I got planes to crash and fly.
I'm not afraid of the normal stuff with flying. Like most people get afraid on takeoff and landing is when most people are afraid. I only get afraid during turbulence during the actual flight.
Yeah.
And what I'll do sometimes to alleviate my fear, because I don't know, I don't ever take like my Klonopin if I'm like with the kid, because I don't want to
Right.
be like sleepy while I'm trying to take care of a baby. But we were going to Amsterdam or Berlin, and it was like really bumpy, and it was nighttime over the ocean. That's my perfect storm of being afraid.
Right.
And so I go
Cast
back.
away.
I go
Yeah.
back to the stewardesses, and this is what I'll do. I'll be like, so like, is this like crazy, like for turbulence wise? And one of the stewardesses just goes, yeah, this is pretty bad. Like, I've noticed it's getting worse. And I'm like, what? And she's just like, yeah, like it used to not be like this. And now it's like every time we fly, it gets bumpier and bumpier. It's like slowing. All I'm hearing
Another
is
ticket.
bumpier and bumpier.
Oh my God.
Well, it does seem like, I mean, and this could just be my algorithm. I'm very aware of that, but it does seem like there's just more and more plane accidents or issues or whatever.
It seems
Perhaps
like
it's an
those
increase in
crazy.
reporting.
The one I'm seeing the most is like that flight that got diverted to Minneapolis this week, where it's just like the plane's going, and then all of a sudden it falls 1,300 feet, and everybody hits the ceiling.
Yeah.
Have you not
Oh
seen
my
this?
Yeah, I did
God,
see
no,
that.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that, but I've like seen videos of stuff like that. Yeah.
That's-
Also, but
that's
like
crazy.
engines are lighting on fire
Yeah,
more
yeah.
frequently. Like it just seems.
I'm gonna fly in 2 days.
But
Me too.
is that just that we're seeing that? Like, cause
No, I mean,
is it
that's
like
what
I mean.
our
Yeah,
version
it
of
we
could be.
are
seeing,
in
like,
this, like, I think in 2005 was the last year before this crash recently. 2005 was the last year there was a commercial plane crash in the United
Whoa.
States until the collision this year.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, I think it was 2005. But like they didn't have, like, planes are safe as fuck.
Yeah.
Planes used to, the average before that, like in the 90s, it was like 10 planes a year.
Did you see the
Whoa.
commercial, the commercial airliner though that narrowly avoided a military jet?
Yes.
Like, and he went on the loudspeaker and was like, "Okay, guys, whoa."
Jesus
He's like,
It was on the
Christ.
runway, right?
No, it was in the air. I think as he was taking off, and
Oh, no, I didn't
yeah,
see
I
that.
think he had to like make
My
it,
God.
or actually, it may have been in midair because he had to make some like crazy evasive maneuver that is not typical of commercial flights.
See, that's how I got afraid of flying.
Yeah,
I'd never thought about flying. And then one time I was like flying into Reno, and because Lake Tahoe, the airport is Reno, and I lived in Lake Tahoe for 2 years. And so when you fly into Reno, you drop down on one side of a canyon, and then you turn in the canyon to get to the airport, right?
Mhm.
So, or if you're coming from the other direction, you just drop into the canyon. But so we're turning, and I'm not thinking, and then the plane literally goes like this.
Oh
like
my
he turns like so hard that we're like sideways in the air.
Whoa.
And everybody's like, ah, ah, like the whole plane screams.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
terrifying.
Yeah.
And then he levels out, and he's like, sorry, a plane was coming into our path. Like we were gonna like
Holy
collide with a
fuck,
plane in the air.
dude.
And ever since then, I have never been the same on a plane.
Oh my.
this will be my first weekend not flying on edibles since Bali,
Wow.
or no, since the Middle East.
Wow.
So I guess
How long's
7
the
years
flight?
ago. Is that Cleveland? So
Oh,
like
an hour.
Easy,
hour
yeah.
or something.
Easy.
Yeah. But I just thought
tiny
of that.
plane
It's-
too.
I know.
You know, I've had this thing.
Thanks,
this
man.
is pretty funny. I
They
won't
barely
jerk
check
off 24 hours before a flight.
What?
I won't jerk off 24 hours before a flight.
Why?
You wanna
I
be
don't
hard
know.
the
I got
whole
it
ride?
in my head.
You want to be like clear?
No,
or
I got
something?
it in my head that it was bad luck in like high school, and I've just never done it. And now I can't get myself to do it because if I go down, you know,
It'll
You're
be
gonna be
because you
thinking about
spilled your
that
demon
because
seed.
Yeah.
because I jerked off, and so I just have I've
I've
literally
never paid attention when I jerk off. It's just constant.
Yeah,
It's
no.
before most things.
The-
child's birthday party. I gotta get
Yeah,
this.
I
out.
gotta
Yeah,
go.
get-
The
get
flight
clean.
that I was on going into Portland this
How
weekend.
long was that? That must have been like a 45-minute flight.
It was like an
right?
hour. Yeah, it was nothing. But we were stuck on the runway for 2 hours,
Taking
Which
off
is
or
like-
landing.
and we were taking off.
That's
So
a
it was
little
like-
better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. You're like, oh god, but you're like looking at the clock and you're like, we should have landed an hour.
LaGuardia or JFK?
LaGuardia.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is the lady that was behind me and then to the left had a fucking seizure, and so like we're not moving, and then I see her having a seizure. The guy that was next to me in front of her, who I think was her boyfriend or wife, husband, he ran out. He was like, "Go fuck." And I didn't even see her having the seizure. I just like felt him bump into me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was about to be like, man, but then he like went up to her and like he like calmed her down and everything, but she was like fucking like this.
Yikes.
And I was like, oh my god. And I'm like, we're really not leaving now. You know,
Yeah.
like this is crazy. But nobody said anything. They got her some water. We took off. We landed. It was pretty okay. But then I saw me and Dan were walking at the airport, and this guy comes up to Dan. He's like big, and he was sitting next to her, like in front of her, and he saw the whole thing better than I did. And he was like, "Dan, big fan. What's up?" And I went, "Hey, man." I went, "What happened with that lady behind?" And he was like, "I was like, she had like a seizure," and he was like, "She was just fucking drunk." And I'm like. I was like, no, she wasn't, you asshole. Dude. Nah, she was fucking hammered. I'm like, she was like, he's like, you know how these bitches get.
Yeah, she just being a little.
Yeah.
I saw this guy had a seizure mid-flight. I guess I was with Nicole, so we must have been coming back from Chicago or something like that to see her sister. And this guy, it's the first time I've ever seen this. He had a seizure and then kind of like came out of it for a second. It was like, I just need an orange juice.
Is that a thing with seizures? Like
No, it's a diabetic thing,
Oh,
I think. So he
fuck.
like needed to level out or spike his blood sugar a little bit, and he just. But the way he
Terrifying.
was like half embarrassed / how like he was like, I just need an. It was unbelievable.
If it's anything like fainting, it's got to be so embarrassing. Because
Yeah.
you feel that you get up and you're like, oh God, I fucking freaked out. Everybody's scared
Do you
looking at
faint?
you.
What do you faint
Every
from?
time I give blood, I
That's
faint.
it's called a.
Every vasovagal thing.
Yeah, I have the same
every
thing.
single time. It got
And do you
to-
tell them that you need to lay down when you do it now?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I said I need to. Last time I did it, I went. I need to. It became like, well, maybe I won't faint. To it's guaranteed I faint, so
Yeah.
I need to like get rid. But I was like, the guy was like, no, laying down is not good for it or something. The guy that I went to, some fucking whatever doctor in like a
Dr. Vinny Boombats.
yeah. And I just fucking fainted and all that stuff. But one time,
that was the COVID person.
no,
right?
no. I mean, this was just because I needed to do a physical, so we did blood. And I was like, blah, 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 and then I fainted. But during COVID, when we were all getting the checking in the blood for antibodies, I go to City MD, which is essentially my doctor told me that going to City MD, he's like. He goes, you see those women out there that are answering the phone calls and making appointments for me? Those are the doctors at City MD. And I was like, oh my God.
It's like going to Sizzler for a
Yeah.
good steak.
Yeah, Ruth's Chris. Is that good, Ruth's Chris?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just know
whatever.
they took like $100 million in PPP loans.
So, and this is like mid fucking COVID, dude. Like, no haircut. I'm all fucked up. It's the summer, you know.
Yeah.
I go there. I haven't eaten. I smoked a joint before I went to like, I don't know.
Wild.
To
I don't
calm
know.
himself and feel the fear a little clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I would always say to the doctor, I go, like, my line was like, hey, I'm a little bit of a pussy when it comes to getting needles and blood taking. I usually faint. And I said that to the doctor, and he goes, language. He went, whoa, language. And I went, oh my God, it made me feel really uncomfortable for saying pussy. And then
It is nuts that you said pussy, but also like we're adults.
We're
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
We're adults, and that's what I said. So, but
Sorry.
now I know. But now I know. But also he goes. So he goes language. But then he also, because I smoked weed, he goes. So you're and in the touching, like wiping it down. I'm like,
You feel the
yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
and like when you have to go like this, I'm like, oh, I hate it so much. And
I hate it.
I hate it. Even doing it now, I'm like, I'm
love it.
gonna fucking faint and seize. He goes, so he's doing the thing. Is that why you had to smoke weed before this? And I go, what? And he's like, to calm the nerves. And I go, yeah. And he goes, sorry, I had to mention it. And then he tried to take blood, and I just woke up on the floor. I slid off of the chair, and I woke up on the floor.
Yeah, that happened to me. I was like at this. I think I was at like one of those like you know how like you are at the doctor and then they're like go get your blood at this place that's
Can't
just a
even
room full
fucking
of
talk about this, but
phlebotomists.
yeah,
It's like
go.
picking up a white cap in Baltimore. Give him the money, go pick
Yeah,
it up.
exactly.
Go
Yeah, it was
around.
that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so I go, it's in the hospital, but it's like the blood room or whatever. And I go in and it's, it's all these like Puerto Rican, Dominican women and they're like, they don't care at all.
I
They're
thought you
just
were going
like,
to do the accent.
I was
really
going to start
excited.
to, and then I gave up because I realized I can't.
You do have the
accents.
mustache, though.
Yeah.
It is about the equivalent, yeah. But I'm like, oh, hey, just I need to like lay down because like I'm gonna faint. I have a vasovagal thing, and she's like, we don't have anywhere to lay down, and she's like annoyed, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, let's try it. And she's like, I'll be gentle or something like that, and then just does it, and I'm just
Are you standing or something? Like where are you?
chair that has like a desk like you would have in
Like a
high school.
tattoo
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah, but it's like 4 different.
Oh.
And I'm just laying, and then I'm just like, all right. You're gonna see, and then the next thing I know, it's all these people being like, "Get him some sugar!" Like, you know, like,
yeah. They put like a wet rag on your head.
yeah. And
Oh God, it's embarrassing too.
but it also feels kind of awesome to wake up from fainting, don't you think?
No.
You get the tingles. You never made yourself faint in high school?
No, I always thought that sucked when you make yourself.
When you do
my
the
friends
short
would do
breaths
that.
and then somebody pushes on your chest
Yeah, I
or
love
whatever.
You guys are
Yeah.
out of your fucking mind. I do not like that fucking.
Have you ever done rising shotties?
No.
We used to do that when I was a kid, where you'd start in catcher's position and somebody would blow you a shotty as you both rose up, and then when you were standing, you held the hit in, and somebody would crack your back, and sometimes you'd go unconscious.
That's fucking insane.
my
dude.
friend Jimmy literally was like, boom, and hit his head on a fucking flower
Jesus
pot. It was
Christ,
nuts.
bro.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
that. I
Yeah,
hate.
my buddy Tim's mom thought me and my friend John were making out. She was like,
mean,
you
it's
guys were
pretty
kissing,
gay.
squatting.
Did you say you have to get a colonoscopy?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get propofol to do it.
No, I'm asking to be fully conscious. I want to feel every inch.
You're gonna get propofol, and it is the greatest feeling.
What's
you
that?
will-
Is that a pill?
It's the injection to make you fall asleep.
Mother's milk. What
No,
Michael
I'm telling
Jackson
you, Brendan,
had.
it is.
Is it like an injection, like a vaccine?
You'll put an IV in, and then you'll put an IV in. I know. And the IV will be in your arm, in your vein. And when you turn your
You can
wrist,
wiggle
you'll
it.
feel it. It's the worst feeling in the world. But no, you'll get an IV, and then
I hate
you'll be
that.
on the bed, and they'll be telling you what you're gonna do. They'll put you on your side, so your asshole's obvious to them.
Yeah.
And then
obvious to them.
Fuck.
and then
this.
they'll come over and they'll put it in the thing, and they'll be like, "All right, we're putting this in." My doctor was really funny. My gastroenterologist goes, "See you on the other side." And then I was just, it is this.
See you on the other side.
He
literally.
as they go like this, you're out completely.
Whoa.
Do they have to clamp open your
Fuck,
asshole?
I
Like,
hate
what do they
that.
do?
I don't know what they do. I think they
I'm gonna
just,
faint.
Should I shave my asshole in preparation?
No, they've seen the worst things in the world.
But
Clean
it's
it.
not. I'm not talking about the worst thing in the world. I'm talking about their hand getting caught in the briar patch that is my
There's-
ass hair.
they're
Fuck
not
this,
gonna
dude.
use
I
their
would
hands.
rather get prostate cancer.
My ass
than
hair,
go through any of this.
looks like the patch of thorns that the hyenas fall in when Simba escapes the Pride Rock.
When you wake up, though, you feel. When you wake up from propofol, you feel like you just slept 14 hours in an A-frame cabin underneath a down quilt. Like it is like you just go like, oh,
Brother, I'm about to faint.
Jamaican style.
Yeah. Sorry.
Island style.
I need a beef patty stat.
This is not diarrhea.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Where
I
are you
haven't-
going?
I haven't slept in when?
Yeah.
In the middle of this month, 2 days before my son's first birthday.
What's the day?
You
The
mean
19th.
second birthday.
Let's film it. Let's make it as.
I mean, aren't they?
extra content?
Aren't they filming it? Should I ask for the footage?
No, we'll film on the
Sometime?
way
Yeah,
there.
put it
We'll
on your Patreon.
We'll film the whole way.
We don't have one. I'll just slap it up on IG free for the people.
for the
That'll be our
people.
first a day
Patreon
of Mike
post?
getting a colonoscopy.
Well, what if
Not
I
a bad
shit?
idea.
Well, that's why you take all that stuff beforehand, right? The barrier.
Oh yeah, I
or
forgot
whatever.
about that.
Yeah,
You're gonna.
that's
It's
gonna be
amazing.
tough. Well, I was gonna headline. I was gonna do my hour at the Cellar the night before, and then I remembered I was drinking like nuclear shit fluid.
No, you will
And
not.
so there's no way I
you will
was
not
gonna
do
be able to do
anything
that.
that night but shit.
Yeah.
That it is like you will shit out things that memories will come out in the toilet.
Oh,
like
Does
here's
it feel
hoping.
good?
I could offload some.
I
I
mean, in this-
love shitting.
it feels good in the sense like, have you ever like cleansed or something? You feel like you are so clean, like you've got
No.
everything bad out of your body.
That's cool.
I saw something where the Not Today Pal podcast, those kids from The Sopranos,
Yeah.
were talking about
Former guest.
They like ate a piece of like some sort of 3-year-old plum or something like that, and that dude was like, I shit so fucking much, and I was like, I wanna do that.
What is it that they eat?
Some sort of fruit, like
Oh,
some sort of old
Like a
fruit.
prune?
Prunes? Yeah,
I don't know if it was a prune,
prunes are what you take to shit.
but I
Laxative,
don't know
yeah.
if that was it. I mean, I could look at
I used
their
to love prunes when I was a kid.
That's
like, I used
weird.
to actually eat them all the time.
damn.
I don't know. It's kind of like
Let's
a
get some
big raisin.
prunes. Yeah, I hate raisins.
You do?
I hate them.
My favorite movie theater food, which people are like horrified by, is raisinets. Yeah,
Wow.
I thought I could not have.
I only like
Misinterpreted.
raisins in Raisin Bran or Gorp. That's the only two.
The
things.
fuck is
Corpse
gorp?
trail mix.
Oh, I thought that was like Mars's favorite food.
What do we have?
Nice.
What you got coming up, Sag Daddy?
Just the Sag Daddy to Pod podcast and punchup.live / Brendan Sagalow.
You still on the road with Soder?
Eventually. Yeah, I'm going on his theater tour with him. Like
Sick.
for most of those gigs.
That's awesome.
I think there might be like one or two that I'm not going to be there, but yeah. So check out dansoder.com, and that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. You're
Cool.
the man. Thanks so
You're
much
the
for
man.
doing the
You
pod.
guys are the man.
the
Thanks for
men's.
doing it again.
Nicole, you're the man.
Our first repeat.
I'll come back
customer.
anytime.
Yeah.
Great.
This is the new pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.